and at least 80 wounded, according to local hospitals. The attack left the town badly damaged. It's now surrounded by pro-Gaddafi forces. LiBYA was seen as the gateway to an expected assault on the rebels' de facto capital, Benghazi, just 100 miles to the north. Gaddafi's warplanes have already launched airstrikes near Benghazi. The rebels have claimed they've shot down 2 of the government planes and launched their own air raids. Pro-Gaddafi forces were also said to be preparing new attacks on Misrata, 130 miles from the Libyan capital, Tripoli, and the rebels' last stronghold in the west. Gaddafi's rapid advance reverberated in Washington, where top U.S. officials stepped up calls for action.
Part of our national interest is avoiding a humanitarian catastrophe in Libya. That's not something that's shared only by the United States. That's why there needs to be an international response with active Arab participation.
After days of hesitation about establishing a no-fly zone, U.S. officials are now talking about an effort on land, sea, and air to protect Libyan civilians. And the UN Security Council debated that and other proposals today as France, Britain, and the U.S. pressed for a decision. For more, we're joined by Colm Lynch, who covers the United Nations for the Washington Post. He also writes a blog called Turtle Bay at foreignpolicy.com. Colm, what's the latest? Has a vote occurred in the Security Council?
No, the French foreign minister is speaking to the Security Council right now, and they're preparing for a vote. So we're waiting to see, expecting a divided council, but still expecting the vote to go through.
Final language for the resolution has come out. If it's passed, what would it commit the United Nations to do?
It wouldn't commit them to do anything, but it would give the member states authority to do all sorts of things militarily. I mean, this is sweeping, military enforcement language. States can use all necessary measures, including the use of force, to try and prevent military engagements by the Libyans in Benghazi. It can intervene to stop any suspected attacks by the Libyan government against civilians. So it's quite sweeping language, imposes a no-fly zone, and allows foreign air forces to use force to implement that.
The resolution as it exists right now makes liberal use of the word civilians in it. But do they mean the people who are, in fact, combatants, people without uniforms, but who have arms and are fighting the Libyan government?
Well, I mean, the reality of this resolution is that while the language talks about the protection of civilians,